Yeah, we out here, Comic-Con 2017. It's the hit of the summer, you know, out
God's promise of
Team Chimichangas, run fast.
John Gotti, WIBENews, you have a message for the kids. Tell them to live long and prosper. Yeah. Good.
Much better. Hey guys, I'm Natalie, and today we're going to drop a
it's coming to an end, but you gotta enjoy it while you can.
Through the night, I hear your voice.
Hi, I'm David Payne with WIBE Replicas. We specialize in movie replica leather outerwear. We're licensed by Warner Brothers for official merchandise. So this is in fact retail merchandise, what you're seeing. What we do is take the Hollywood costume designs that they spend millions of dollars in creating these wonderful, awesome superheroes, and we take 2 nickels and a quarter and turn it into basically retail merchandise for the public. We do everything from the Batman franchises to the CW, Flash, the DC Comics characters, and so on. Footwear, jackets, full riding motorcycle suits, and this is all four-molded leather over motorcycle-grade body armor. So these, yes, they are riding.
This is the real deal. You guys aren't messing around. Tell us about how you got started when you were a little kid, or how to get started.
I mean, I can remember some of my earliest memories, even earlier than grade school. All I ever wanted to do was make costumes, and as my mom will tell you, that's all I did. And as I got older and started to specialize in certain materials and silicones and things like that, my costumes evolved. In '93, I was 23 years old. I moved to Italy, and I wanted to work in the clothing industry. And I got lucky, and I got a job working for a company who did leather outerwear and wanted to develop a motorcycle line, and that sort of became the kind of thing that I focused mostly on. And before I knew it, we were manufacturing motorcycle wear for some of the top brands in Europe. And I eventually moved back to Canada in 2001 with all of this leather manufacturing experience and started a costume making company. And in 2008, we chose to fuse costume making with leather outerwear and create a product that you see here. We approached some of the studios, starting with Warner Brothers, and they loved the idea. And we created the very first superhero functional leather motorcycle suit. 9 months and $65,000 later to create one suit, and the market just loved it, and it took off. And from there we started working with Disney, Marvel, Lucasfilm, Hasbro, Microsoft, and the list just went on and on. It's evolved. We're working also with KISS. We make KISS replicas costumes. We basically are taking things that we dreamed of as kids. Those dreams don't go away when we grow up. It's just we need to have access to grown-up versions of those same toys. So, and here it is. So, fully functional, everyday, wearable outerwear with the superhero brands and costumes to boot. You can find it all at www.udreplicas.com. I'm David. Give us a call to go over sizing. We'll be happy to suit you up. Cheers, everyone.
How long is Emily Strange?
It started 25 years ago. As just, actually it was a skateboard thing.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a skateboarding character, and they used to sponsor skateboarders, and she was in skate shops.
Okay.
And then the story kind of came out from there, and there's comics, there's graphic novels, there's just products, lots of products.
Hi, I'm Warren Dion Smith, one of the hair, makeup and prosthetic applicators for the movie King Kong and The Hobbit. So I do anything special effects. Yeah. And I started out being a hairdresser and met Peter Jackson and Richard Taylor.
Yeah, hi, my name's Darren Gordon. I work at WIBE Workshop. I'm a costume technician. I've been working with the company ever since Lord of the Rings in 1998.
I work with the Brothers Uber Publishing Company, and actually we're debuting our newest book, Myths of Legend. It's about mythical creatures. There's one for each letter of the alphabet. They're from all around the world, and I love it. Megan did the art, and she is fabulous. And Logan Uber, our publisher and writer, wrote poems to accompany each of the illustrations.
So Becky, you are the writer of this
Yes.
comic, and you are a physicist.
Yes, my PhD is in physics from University of Texas at Austin.
Wow, do you do any like Laplace transforms in your spare time, or it's just art now?
Well, now I just do, I do the comics and do what I can to get people interested and excited about physics, but I do things like hobby electronics on the side to kind of get that physics, you know. In high school, I really liked science. I also really liked English. And one day, one of my friends was taking physics, and she said, "You really should take that your senior year." I had no idea what physics was, no clue.
And I walk in and all of a sudden it just made a lot of sense. Everything made sense. And I decided that this was what I wanted to, continue with. And I went to college. I went to Bryn Mawr College in Philadelphia, which is all women, so it was a very different environment. And that was a wonderful place to really learn STEM and feel comfortable in that without a lot of the gender dynamics. And I really enjoyed that. And then went on to University of Texas for my PhD.
And now you're doing comics. I mean, how did that happen?
When I was in grad school, I got very involved in public outreach, and I really wanted to get people interested and excited about physics. I did demo shows for elementary schools. I taught teachers how to teach physics, and very involved in that educational community in Austin. And then when I was graduating, and at that point where I was writing my dissertation, I was trying to decide if I wanted to continue in physics doing research, or if I wanted to move more into informal science and public engagement. And what I realized is I could have a bigger impact on the physics community if I went into public engagement. And moved from there to the American Physical Society, where I now run the public outreach department. And so in addition to that, I write the Spectre comic book series and a number of other exciting things to get people interested in physics.
I live in LA. I'll wear that. I think it does not get enough credit for its comic scene or for its creativity scene.
We're from London, England. To LAX, got onto a train and arrived in San Diego at about 1:30 in the morning on Tuesday. Stayed away from the sunshine, so we didn't get any sunstroke, so that we can be here.
If only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the noonday sun, and you're an Englishman, you'd be happy to go out in the noonday sun.
No, last year we came out and I got sunstroke on day one.
Oh no.
And it meant we really couldn't do anything for the whole week. So this year, I'm staying out of the sun. I'm not going anywhere near it. Apart from, my theme is steampunk, but I'm the author of Clockwork Watch, and it's sort of an introduction to something called steampunk. Now, there's been lots of stuff about steampunk, about, post-apocalyptic, dystopian. Well, no one's quite explained why the world goes around, people go around with gas masks on and all, and there's pollution all over the place. Well, I decided to write a story that introduced steampunk. In other words, before the steampocalypse happened, and that is the world of Clockwork Watch.